everybody, welcome back to the Life of Your Ballot. Today I'm so excited to introduce you to Jonathan, who is a director of IT and cybersecurity. And what I wanted to ask you, Jonathan, is how does the information on election day get from all of those precincts? I believe we have 67 precincts. How does it get back to the election office?
On election day, the process starts with you casting your votes. You fill out the bubbles and then you provide them to this machine. The paper is then read into the machine and there's a digital version of your vote. But there's also the physical piece of paper that you filled out that's stored in this box. So at the end of the day, we transfer back the digital version to the county so that way we can push your results as fast as possible. But then we do go back and verify that those numbers add up exactly the same as the paper ballots that you put in here. So it has to match up and there can be no tampering with that.
I've also heard some concern from our voters about voting early. How is that information protected? So if you're watching this today, know that early voting will happen from October 21st through November 2nd. That's a great way for you to avoid being in line for hours. There's 8 different locations that you can choose from. How do we protect that information? How do we get that information?
So early voting is different in the sense that it's going on for multiple days. So again, it starts with you filling out your ballot and putting it in one of these machines. And at the end of every single day, all of those paper ballots are brought back to the office and stored in a secure location so that there's never any unattended access with those ballots. And then at the end of early voting, we also take the digital version of those votes and we're going to match those up with all the paper ballots that we've securely stored the entire early voting process.
One of the exciting things I learned from working in this office is the chain of custody. So your ballots, whether we're picking them up from the post office or bringing them back every night, are always kept and secured by at least 2 office personnel. And when they're stored here, we're talking about mag locks and a very, very secure infrastructure. This year, we're doing something really exciting in Manatee County. We are going to be using a brand new system to us, not new to the state of Florida, but new to us, the Clear Ballot system, to double check that our results are accurate. Jonathan, can you tell us a little bit about the Clear Ballot system?
So the Clear Ballot system is a completely isolated system from our primary ES&S tabulation system. What this means is all your votes will get counted through either a DS200 or an 850, but they'll also get counted separately and totaled up on their own through the Clear Ballot system. So that way you know that if these 2 isolated systems come up with the same totals, that your votes were counted correctly.
So I want to emphasize that these are completely independent from each other. In the past, what we did was take a partial amount of the ballots cast and actually count them by hand to verify that our digital results were accurate. Now, with counting by hand, there's always an element of human error. So with the Clear Ballot system, 100% of all of the ballots from the early voting, from vote by mail and election day will be counted again through the Clear Ballot system to give us that accurate extra checkup. I hope this helps build your confidence for our upcoming elections. It is such a privilege to serve the citizens of Manatee County. Join me again in our next episode of The Life Behind Your Ballot.